sometimes working on a car, you have to be just ridiculously patient and also sometimes willing to suffer. But you have to modulate your suffering. I saw a story last night about a guy who was burned real bad, and his father got what's that awful disease, Lou Gehrig's disease. I knew somebody had that, and it was awful. But his father had a really good attitude, and he said, I'm going to enjoy every day for what I got and not for what I've lost. And they showed him right up till pretty close to the end of his life, and him and his son, the one that had been burned, they were making the best of it and doing pretty well. I often think that in life, learning to suffer without complaint, in fact, learning to suffer with gratitude, could be the most powerful option that we have in dealing with everything that comes at us. There's a lot that comes at you during the course of your life that's going to break you, or it's going to try. But if you keep gratitude, intact, then you're going to come out of it victorious rather than beaten. And that applies to people too. Sometimes you just lose people you don't want to lose. Are you leaving me?
You crawling into a truck engine again?
Look at me. I made a little motor bed to lay on. Who would have put 3 screws up from the bottom on the very back of the motor back here to put this on? There's one more screw that's got to go in back here. Who would have put that there? What kind of a
idiot.
What kind of a mean-spirited sadist?
Yeah.
Did Ford? I knew a Ford engineer too. I ought to call him up and tell him. Work. Goes my honey baby. She's going off to work in her little sporty sports car. I think my camera might have got too hot. It was up there in the sunshine and it quit working, and it quit at the most valuable time, because I was telling you all the secrets of a happy life. And I looked up and the camera wasn't running, and all of that just didn't get recorded. And I see if it hadn't have failed me, you could all have known the secrets of a happy life. But because my camera battery got too hot and quit working, dang, I didn't get to say that. But I can tell you the gist of it. The gist of it is, in this life you will suffer. If you look up John 16:33, Jesus said, I have told you these things so you need not fear. And then I'm misquoting, I'm sure, but I'm generalizing. But he said, in this world you will suffer, but be not afraid, for I have overcome this world. And I have figured out that the secret to happiness is learning how to suffer even when it hurts. In fact, that's the best time. No, not learning how to suffer, learning how to praise. Praise God, even when it hurts. Bye, sweetie. Buddy, I'm watching you. You can't chase her far. Buddy, good boy. See, we've got them trained that they can't go out and chase Mama down the road like I'm sure they want to. You're a good boy, ain't you? You tell the YouTubers what a good boy you are. There goes Mommy in her little convertible. Daisy, you around here somewhere too? Daisy usually goes up under the barn there anytime anybody drives a car. I don't know why. She's a sweet little thing. There she is. She's over there. She went under that car. Okay, one more bolt to go. Well, let's finish my coffee first. So I had my camera running from over here, and I was trying to show you what I was doing, but because the camera was in the sunlight, it overheated and quit. So I've got one more screw to get up in that. And I've got it in my hot little hand right here. I've got 2 of those screws snugged up a bit, not completely tight, but pretty well snugged up. And this is how I'm going to put the 3rd one in. I've got it on this little stick. And there's a hole under here. It's right there where my fingertip is. And if I could get my hand in there just right to find that hole in there, and that would be it. feels like it's going, which would amaze me if it was that easy considering how darn hard it was to get out. Well, it tightened up. So, all right, that was easier than it was getting them out. Now let's see if I can snug them a good little half a turn. I'll start with that one. I need a little handle strength to snug them. Yeah, thought you was going on there for a second. Thought I had you. So what I was talking about is that in life you suffer. I watched a movie last night, and I'll say this again because I might not have got it before the battery quit, about a boy that was burned all over his body when he was just very young, just a few years old. And he suffered, but he became very successful through a lot of things, but one of the things that helped him was his father had an excellent attitude about life and about suffering and about accomplishment. And he helped this boy not to look at the horrible things that had happened to him, but to look at the wonderful things that he still had, even though he had had his fingers burned off and he was disfigured from head to toe, burned all over, suffered horribly, learning to walk again. But in the movie, the father himself suffered because he wound up with Lou Gehrig's disease, but he didn't spend a lot of time thinking about how bad things were for him. He spent a lot of time focusing on how much good he had left in himself every day that he had. And it made a huge difference. And that is truth. In this life you will suffer. Jesus said that. Jesus said, in this life you will suffer, but he also said, do not fear the world, I've conquered the world. And he also said, it's in the Bible, that praise God in all things. And the power of praise, I believe, especially in suffering, is the strongest superpower that we can have. And we can all have that superpower if we choose to. If you're suffering, and by the way, I'm suffering right now, but I'm also praising God because in spite of my suffering, I've accomplished what I set out to accomplish, was to get this thing in here and get it installed properly. And I've done that even though I'm hurting in so many places right now. But in spite of my suffering, praise God, I did it. And maybe